Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 84. So, first things first, today we're going to start off with the topic, which was actually sent to me by LMA187. He sent me a video and we were discussing on Skype, and he said he thought it'd be an interesting topic to talk about people who lose confidence in their videos. Because the guy's video he sent to me, which I'm not going to shout out because I don't want to look like I'm just ripping on the guy, was a guy who got frustrated. A guy who looked at other people who make the same kind of videos than he has, and they get more subscribers and more views than he does, and he's asked big channels to shut him out and they haven't done it, and he looks at his subscriber count versus his view count, and he thinks he should have more, and he gets frustrated because he puts a lot of heart and a lot of work into it. Now, this is more common than people would like to believe. Especially, listen, a lot of people who've been around who may be at 500 subs, may have 800,000, 1,500 subs. Most of the time, they're usually in most cases pretty happy. They're communicating back and forth with their fellow subscribers, or people watch their videos and comment all the time. But when you're really little and you can't get traction on your channel, for some people that's very frustrating. For some people, maybe it's because they're taught in life that if you're not moving with the same crowd, that you're not successful. Because ironically, and I was talking about this on Skype the other day, some of the people, even when I had 20 subscribers, I never ever worried about it. I was always thinking about the next video, what I'm going to do my next video. I was either excited about the reaction I was going to get, or the game I was going to talk about, or pickups, or whatever. This week, I mean, I'm doing this now, but I've already got 3 or 4 videos in my what I'm going to do this week, and I'm already thinking about them the second this video is over with. I'm not thinking about, oh, how many views am I going to get, how many subscribers am I going to gain or lose. That's never been an equation, but it takes a long time to build that up. And there are some channels that just honestly, for whatever reason, never get any traction whatsoever. Now, asking a bigger channel to shout you out is not the right way to do it, because more than not, they're not going to shout you out. Because if they start shouting you out, then they're going to get hundreds and thousands of requests to do that, and they're never going to be able to possibly keep up with the amount of people who want to shout out. The point of a shout out is that you believe in the channel and you want to support it. But let's get what things you can do for your channel if your channel doesn't have a lot of traction. Comment on in front of someone's channel page how much you like their videos. Comment on their videos. Do videos to tag responses. Do a response to a video you find interesting. These are ways that'll let some people may find that video or your comment and watch your channel. You'd be surprised how often that actually happens. Don't go sub for subbing. And the other thing I see people do out there, to be honest with you, when it comes to they start a new series on their channel and it doesn't get the views that their other videos get, and they're like they get frustrated when starting something new, a new series. A lot of times people just for whatever reason just don't know what to do, don't know whether they want to watch or not, and that new series may draw a totally different audience to your channel, which may not be a bad thing. It may take a while for that new video series to gain the traction that your other videos do. You just have to keep working on it. That's why I always tell people, make the videos you love to make, because if you're not, you're gonna worry about all the other stuff too much. Listen, the people who get big and make videos for a very long time and are happy are people who simply make the videos they want to make, whatever creative way they want to make it, whatever subject they do, because they love what they do. If just because you make videos love what you don't mean you'll ever make it big. If it's about partnership, that's a long, hard road to go down. You may never get there. For example, this week the EMU review, Jason Honey, is now a YouTube partner. So congratulations to him. But if someone does the same thing he does, doesn't mean you're going to get partnership. That's why it should always be the videos you like to make with your personality, your creative way you want to make it, and have fun. Now the problem is when you go rant about how you don't have enough subscribers and I'm just unsubscribing my channel, or I'm thinking about quit making videos, you're basically telling your subscribers to go F themselves. The people who've been loyal and supporting you. See, I don't like whining. Okay, when people whine, I don't like to hear people whine. Okay, because that's what that is when someone whines about subscribers. They're whining. I understand how hard it is. Things how I don't like to hear whining. I'm more of a pick yourself up the ground, dust yourself off, try harder again. So that's my take on that subject. I'm probably long-winded. The other subject I want to get to today, ironically enough, something that a lot of people have been talking about, but something I want to get my take on. Unless you're hiding underneath the rock in North America, because it already came out overseas. Nukem Forever came out today. And yes, I'm about halfway through the single-player campaign. And either way, I'm a guy who I rented Duke Nukem 3D, but I really didn't get to play it, so I've never really actually owned a Duke Nukem game or played it. And I found this game actually quite enjoyable. But as everybody knows, all the reviews are coming back extremely negative to this game. And one of the reasons why I think that is, and this is something that JRPGs fall into. For example, today I also got the record of Argus War Zero. Well, this happens to be the limited edition. And in these games, you know, women would wear different outfits and all that stuff. And they're a little quirky. And reviewers give those games, RPGs like that, a low score because they're they don't consider it politically correct or socially correct. I think that's where Duke Nukem falls in this, underneath the reviewing section. That because he's so, you know, macho and, you know, women are sex objects and all that stuff, I think they feel that game shouldn't exist, that Duke Nukem shouldn't exist. Or maybe it's also because the running joke's now over because it's finally come out. It's not a bad game. It's not a game of the year, but it's not a bad game. You could do things like pick up a rat and put it in a microwave in the game, sure. You could do things like that in the game. I mean, they may get mad because at the very beginning of the game, you sit there and pee, you gotta pee. The first thing you gotta do is make Duke pee in the toilet. It's a game that doesn't take itself seriously. And in a mist of shooters that are all about being serious and realistic, to me, Duke Nukem's a breath of fresh air to have something that's fun. I haven't played this multiplayer yet, so I've played it for about 4 or 5 hours today. So, and that's why I don't pay attention to video game reviews. The truth is, developers today and publishers not only put out the trailer, you know, the little fancy trailer to get you excited, but they also put gameplay out. And usually if I see the gameplay, I can usually tell if I'm going to like the game or not. That's why I don't really read reviewers' reviews anymore. Because the reviews are so skewed anymore that I don't pay attention to them. So, I have one channel for you to check out today. It is Marauder NOR. He has 42 subs. He does unboxing, collection, impressions. He does a series, random reviews. The 7th one was on a game that was homebrew for the Genesis called pronounced Robert. Legend of Wukong. So if you're interested, check that out. Now I have a bunch of videos for you to check out today, and the first one is by PeteDorr, and it is Einhander review for the PlayStation 1. And you know what's amazing when I watched this video was I forgot how much I remember playing this game. I rented this game and I forgot how much I enjoyed the game and how awesome that game looks. Now, if you don't want to see that video, if you want to see someone's gameplay of that video instead of review, check out Ryokozoken or Ryokozoken. I know Ryokozoken. You can tell how badly I'm pronouncing. Einhander gameplay part 1. Next one is by LukiWookie1234. It is a package parody of PeteDorr, made for fun. It's a really fun video, so check that out. Have a little fun at package videos. Next up is TheBadboybamford My Xbox 360 collection. I have 291 games, and yes, he has 291 360 games. You see, it's a huge stack of games. Next up is ACCardShark Flea Market Sundays episode 4, where he shows you, he goes to a certain flea market, he shows you, and then he shows you what he picks up. Next up is Mr. 90s Gamer. It's in Games We Love Duke Nukem 3D PC. For the first about 60 minutes of this video, he talks about the game and how much he loved the game and when it came out and everything about it. And then at the 6-minute mark, he shows the multiplayer game of Duke Nukem 3D. Now, I never played that game, but after the multiplayer, but after seeing it, the multiplayer looked really cool. Next up is SteveBenway's Game Link / YouTube Retro Event in Spaudling, where a bunch of fellow YouTubers got together. Really cool video to see all those YouTubers together. Really fun. And then RockytheFishman A New System comes home. If you want to see him getting a boxed Commodore 64. Bbishoppcm. Beetlejuice Skeletons from the Closet game for DOS 1990. If you never saw that DOS game. PointBlankGamez Make It Happen Episode 1 Boom Hardcore Edition. Just a guy having a bunch of fun, joking around. Great video, check it out, real fun video. Next up, MarkVergeer TAG What's Your Gamer's Vacation Survival Kit? And the description of this tag is: what do you bring with you on vacation? Your entire gaming collection, or is it absolutely cold turkey withdrawal all the way? Perhaps your vacation is a vacation from playing video games, and you're enjoying your pursuing different things. To be honest with you, I probably would always bring video games with me, unless the wife says no. And yes, she's done that before we went somewhere, because I have a tendency when we go to family events or stuff to bring some handheld with me, and she'd be like, no, you're not bringing that with you. You're not bringing a video game with you to play if they have the system, and you're not bringing a handheld, because I usually try to do that. Next is DonDonRaiden Gaming Community Friday Shoutouts Episode 2, if you want to see him shout out some great YouTubers. And then AllRoundGamin Episode 1. There's no video, it's all audio of them talking about gaming. You should check that out. And then Messyvideogamenerd Poteet, Poteet, Flea Market, Randomness, the 8-Bit Eric Show, where he goes to a flea market, shows you some of the flea market stuff he sees there, and of course what he gets. And then of course Black Dog 7, Williams Big Guns Pinball Machine review, if you've never seen that, really cool pinball machine. And then VK White, his video game collecting goals open tag by BK. Basically, what are your video game collecting goals? Ironically enough, I was thinking about this the other day. I was actually earlier this week putting my video games in alphabetical order. And putting 139 PlayStation 2 games in alphabetical order can be a pain when they're not close to being in order. But I put most of my video games in order, and ironically I was thinking, what two systems right now do I want to get games for? And I was thinking the GameCube, and I really do want to get more PlayStation 1 games. So those are probably the two I'm going to be focusing on in my collection. Though if I find anything else interesting, of course, I'll pick it up. Next one is Helsinki Rock SAGF tag video, 5 games you love but suck at. So that's one I had to actually have to think about. Next up, Lev Pepe 38, top 4 toys from your childhood tag. Now for me, this is quite simple. Transformers action figures, number 1. Masters of the Universe action figures were number 2 for me. Let's see. And then also, I never got into G.I. Joe. I did, number 3 would have to be, I did collect some little bit of Mask. And then number 4 would have to be the Thundercats. Those are the 4 top toys when I was younger that I used to get. So next up is Ryan Right Now, video game hunting number 5. Again, where he goes out, he hunts for video games. Really cool video to check that out. Next up is Bithead 1000, Houston, we have a problem. And I ironically saw this before Ryan Right Now sent me a message to shout out, check out this video, where basically takes a Genesis card, a PlayStation 1 game, and a couple other systems, and he puts 4 little wings on them, and he hooks up some things to make him go up in the air like a rocket. And you launch them off to see which one goes higher in the air. Here's to check that out. And then Cessna Ace, 2 more games for my Japanese Master System from 2011. I love the Japanese. I never saw many Japanese Master System games, so I always like to check videos out about that. So it's really cool. And then Pola Vetris, P-A-L-O-A-V-E-N-T-R-I-S, Zorro on the Commodore 64. If you've never seen that on Commodore 64, check that out. Next up is Freak Indies Duke Nukem Series Retrospective. If you've never seen the whole game of Duke Nukem, it's a really cool series to go through the history of it and what they look like. 28 Sturian Game Boy cabinet from start to finish. If you want to see his the Game Boy cabinet he made, it's really cool. And then Taigon Villinger, Yu Suzuki, a tribute, the guy who of course made Shenmue and a lot of other games at Sega. Check that out. And then Vipers 29's tag, what system do you enjoy? And this could either be PC, arcade, video game console. Suburban Rider had a video called Felony for Inventing a YouTube Video. Not only does the video describe what currently is going on in the United States Congress about a bill they may have passed to do with this, but he also links the article on it and where the place to go to possibly contact your congressman on it. So you should really know what your local Congress is doing, especially things that could affect your video and where it's embedded and what could legally happen to you, because like all bills, unfortunately politicians leave it so open-ended that it's so easy to be misinterpreted. And Television Dude, shout out video, 3 people who need more views. Just him shouting out 3 people he thinks doesn't get enough attention. And then A Murphy 245 Atari 2600 S video mod, if you've never seen one of those. And Gaming Freak 307 Top 10 Sega Master System games. So if you want to see his. Jurassic Junkie, Ultimate Gamer 2011, and Joe on Camera. The SteveBenway video I talked about earlier, this is basically the same, not the same video, but the same event, him taking his footage of it. Really cool. And then Monkey's World 1 Dumpster Dive, where he goes behind his local GameStop and goes dumpster diving, and it shows you all the stuff that he finds. Next up, Sadam Todd, Not Dead Yet, and Hey, Some Pickups. Sadam Todd hasn't been on his channel for a couple weeks, and this video explains what happened to him, how he got really sick, and deal with the hospital and everything else. If you really want to know what happens, check that video out, and tell him that thank goodness he's getting over being sick. Arcade Main Machine, That's My Bentley, the GTA 4 BOGT story. He plays this on the Xbox 360. Since I really don't show enough gameplay, and I know a lot of people do gameplays in the community, it's basically him driving around to get the Bentley, and then eventually it turns into a spree where he does funny things. Because I didn't know, by the way, in Grand Theft Auto 4 until I saw this video of his, that if you put stuff like super damage on, that when you kick people again, there's like a small explosion, they go flying in the air. It's just really funny. Then lastly, if you want some real comedy, check out Atari Leafs, a YouTube gaming community public service announcement, a really funny take on the whole YouTube gaming community dying. It's like one of those public service announcements you see on TV, those cheesy ones. It's really funny. Highly recommend it. Like I said, I got more videos coming this week. A lot of actually backlogs that I've had the stuff ready, I just haven't recorded. And next video, next Monday, I will be getting to the suggestion of shouting out. I'll do about 10 videos of a certain country of people in the gaming community, and it's not going to be, to start off, it will not be the United States, it will not be the UK, and it will not be Japan, because those seem to be the 3 I always shout out. So check out for that next video. So guys, that's it for now. Just keep sending me your videos you think I should check out, channels I think I should check out, and till my next video.